Hey guys, welcome back to Cody Tarot. For today's tarot reading, we're going to be doing Will They Come Back? So this is for any situation where you have lost track of someone, or someone's not answering your calls, or they're ghosting you, or sometimes in relationships people need to take space and you're kind of wondering, are they going to come back? Is our relationship going to get back together? So this is curious if will they come back? What's going to happen with that? So let's get started. We have 4 groups in front of us. I'm going to show you the groups one by one, and then I'm going to explain to you how pick cards work. If you need more time to select your crystal, you can do that during that section. Let's get started. So our first group is the clear quartz. It has this cool other little quartz attached to it, but that's group 1. So the clear quartz. Group 2 is the blue kyanite blade. It's group 2. Group 3 is the Shangaan Amethyst. So that's group 3. And group 4 is the Hematoid Quartz. So take all the time you need to pick your crystal. You can pause the video here if you need to. Basically how pick a cards work is you use your intuition, or just pick which crystal you're most drawn to. Think about your person that you want to come back or who you're thinking about. Then focus on the crystal, whichever crystal draws out to you, that's probably your pile. Basically, after you select your crystal, you go to the corresponding group down in the description box where there's timestamps, and you basically click the timestamp next to the group of the crystal you chose. And basically after that, you just scroll to that part of your reading. The timestamp takes you right there, and you get to watch a free pick a card on YouTube about your situation. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reading, starting with the clear quartz. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Hey guys, if you chose group 1 with the clear quartz, this will be your reading. So I'm going to start with a Wisdom of the Oracle card. I feel called to pull from this deck. Okay, we have 2 cards coming out. We have Time for a Nap and By the Book. And then I want to pull a love story oracle card for you guys to get further information about the situation. And we have friendship. And let's get some tarot cards out on the table. Draw for you guys. We have Page of Cups, 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and 3 of Cups. Oh, I totally just realized I have this camera still zoomed in from the intro. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can fix this with one quick swoop. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Okay, for most of you, I'm willing to bet that this person's a friend because we have the friendship cards. You're actually asking if a friend is coming back into your life, or if a friend will be returning into your life soon. If this is a romantic connection, you guys are definitely in the vibe of like friends first, for sure. Like you guys have been friends first. The romance is not that important to you guys, and you're more focused. Like you're the type of connection where you guys have always told each other, like, we're friends first, we're friends first. Let's not let love or romance get in the way of our connection. With Page of Cups here, I do see there was some kind of like pleasant surprise that lured this person away from you. So it wasn't really a fight is what I'm seeing, or it wasn't really kind of like an argument between both of you. There was some kind of pleasant surprise that lured this person away. They heard some kind of news or something, and they were shocked by it, they were surprised by it, and they actually, with 8 of Cups here, they had to move away, or they had to leave you behind. And so there is this feeling that they were following their own heart, essentially, and what they needed to do and accomplish. And the thing is, with Page of Cups here, I do feel like they could have been like naive about it. Like maybe they left kind of spontaneously or abruptly or something like that. Or there's this vibe of like, there's a very, very strong vibe of them following their heart. And I feel like with the 8 of Cups here, they definitely regretted having to leave you behind. You know, I feel like they regretted having to move on or having to go. I think with Page of Cups here too, if it's any indication of the connection you guys had, you had a very playful, almost childlike connection. Within in itself had a lot of surprises. With Six of Pentacles, I think they're dealing with some kind of karmic thing that they're leaving you for. So, for example, this could be a job that has this element of karma to it, something that they need to go and experience in order to feel. They need to feel fulfilled, and I think that's why they're leaving. I think their reasons are good, right? But with the Six of Pentacles here, I do think that this is an experience of them either giving to someone else or someone giving to them. They're receiving some kind of karma for like past deeds. And that's the main gist of this kind of thing right here. This could also be like, with Six of Pentacles, a really good job opportunity that's been being given to them. It's kind of out of left field and they just feel like they have to take it, and it's something in their destiny is kind of what I'm saying, that is the reason why they're taking this. So I do feel like this is one of the reasons why they're taking this position. With Time for a Nap, I do see that it's like, yes, they probably will come back. I see that here with the elephants and the 3 elephants walking back and the 3 of Cups right here. But it's going to be different. It's not going to be the same connection you had with them previously. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I see really a positive thing when they come back. But with Time for a Nap, it's time to take some time to relax without this person. That could mean anything. It just means that when it comes to you and this person, there's some time where you guys aren't going to be spending that much time together. With By the Book, I do see that when they come back, they're bringing a third party with them. So if you guys are in a romantic relationship, this could just be them bringing a close friend back that's like really close and they get along really well. Yeah, with 3 of Cups here, this shows that it's probably most likely the 3 of you guys as friends, or you're going to have like a strong bond as friends with the 3 of you. I do see that when they come back, they will be bringing someone back that you will get along with. Like, this person is going to be really amazing. You'll get along with them. It's interesting because all 3 of you vibe really, really well. It's just that they need time to go off and do this thing. And whatever they're doing, it looks work related with the 6 of Pentacles. And it either could do with like charity or someone giving back to them. I'm seeing a lot of someone giving back to them. Like, they had good karma from something they did, and so someone's giving back to them. But with the 3 of Cups and By the Book, I definitely think this person's coming back with them. This person might be more traditional than you're used to with your connection. That's why it might be a little different than what you're used to with your friendship with your past partner, right? Because I do see that this person coming back is bringing a friend that's a little more traditional, a little more by the book, a little more, how do I put this? They're a little more routinized, I think, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting, or they're a little bit more nerdy than you're used to. Like, this person has like elements. I think they're still a fun person. I think they're a really fun person, actually. I think you guys are going to get along really well. With 3 of Cups, I see a huge celebration. I see like a reunion with them returning with this other person and you guys having like a little 3-way kind of connection. You can think of like the friends in like, I don't know if anyone's ever watched Sex and the City. I know a lot of people don't like that show. But basically, like with the friends that are coming back, you guys have that really close connection, like the 4 women in like Sex and the City, right? There's this vibe here of like really close camaraderie, really tight bonds, or really blending and clicking together. I think there might be a lot of sharing when this person comes back, and I think they might be bringing back wealth or something like that, or money back with them as well. With 8 of Cups here, I think they regretted leaving you. They do regret leaving you, but they're following their heart. With the moon up here, they're following their intuition. They're following where they need to feel like they need to go. And it's interesting because I see that you're this little fox sleeping in this moon, and they have the moon up here that they're following. I honestly feel like it's hard for you guys to reconcile this situation, and it makes sense why you came to this reading, because you rest easy into their intuition. When they're being intuitive with you, you rest easy into that knowledge, that information. When they have intuitive hunches, when they have their little wise nuggets of wisdom that they share with you, you guys really, like, it's really comfortable for you guys to listen to their advice, this person's advice. They might even be into tarot cards or crystals or something like that. Whatever it is, their intuition is really easy. Like, you listen to their advice, essentially, and you listen to their healing modalities. And with time for a nap, I do see you have been in a position where you were really relaxed with this person as far as like their wisdom that they were teaching you. So it almost feels like you can't live without them, or you're feeling a little struggle about living without them. The point is to just relax and take a break from this intuitive knowledge. If it's not your strong suit, right? I know you guys are coming to pick a cards, and that's fine. Like, if you need to find like external sources that's not your friend for that intuitive information, that's totally fine. It's just a time to take a break, a breather without them. Yeah. Yeah, I can see this kind of being a little bit of a shock, a little bit of a surprise, but a positive surprise that they had to leave. I think you guys were happy for them, even though inside you may have regretted it just a little bit, like that they were leaving. You felt happy for them and you wanted them to follow their path, is kind of what I'm seeing. I'm really seeing them leaving for some kind of charity work, or working for someone else, or helping someone else out, or someone helping them out. It's possible they even help this friend out of a tough situation, this new friend that they're meeting, and then that friend feels bonded to them. And then when they come back, because I see this new friend coming back with them. For some of you, the situation that I'm seeing is this is like a best friend that's leaving, and they're coming back with a spouse or a significant other. And the significant other is moving back with them from their work environment or their job, and they're coming back. And this person wants to integrate all three of you into like a cohesive community or a cohesive relationship. For some of you, this could be polyamory, but I don't see that so much, but it could be. Polyamory, when it's just a friendship, is not really polyamory. It's just like three friends hanging out. So it's probably going to be that. Just keep in mind this friend is a little traditional. I do see that the person who left you, that you're waiting for to come back, when they meet this friend in their new position that they're going towards, they're going to get really close. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, this is a time for harmony for you guys. So if don't stress too much that this friend left. I'm seeing a lot of harmony and peace coming into your life, and really a lot of relaxation. I think this is a time to take it easy and relax and rest. And if you've been looking for some time to be alone for quite a while, this is the time to be alone, to relax, recover, play a video game, read a book, watch your favorite TV show, just relax, like take it easy. Your friend will come back in due time with a brand new person that is also very, very cool and that you will like a lot. So I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you guys again for letting me read for you. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. I will see you guys in the next pick a card, and moving on to group 2 with the blue Kyanite blade. Thank you guys again. Bye. Hey, group 2. This is if you picked the blue Kyanite blade. So let's get into your reading. First, I want to start with a Wisdom of the Oracle card. And I want to get some cards out, maybe just one or two, about the situation with you and your person on will they come back. This one wants to come out. We have Higher Power. Let's get another card. And we have Imagine. Oh, cool. Okay. And let's get a Love Story Oracle card for you guys to see what the nature of this connection or situation is between both of you. This one wants to come out. We have Commitment. Wow. Okay. And then I want to pull some cards, some tarot cards. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. Let's get some other cards out here. I feel like shuffling these. Okay. Okay, let's see what else is coming out. This one wants to come out. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. And we have Five of Pentacles, and we have the Star card. This is interesting because it's kind of coming through like, will this relationship stand the test of time? So I feel like there's a feeling that you guys are already in a committed partnership. You've been committed for a while. You may even be thinking about getting married, or maybe that's what you're thinking about, or maybe the fight that you had had to do with marriage. Like maybe it had to do with like, are we the one? Are we really meant for each other? Are we really our ride or dies? Like, are we the ones that are going to end up with each other in the end? Like, what's going on here? Are we going to get married? Are we going to be committed? With Two of Wands, I do see them leaving the home situation and you guys kind of longing after them. So they must have left a home situation that I feel was pretty cozy. I feel like you guys had a really nice home environment. I feel like you guys would stay at home a lot and just hang out and stuff like that. And this person is looking for new adventures or new horizons. With Nine of Wands, I do see this person, after they find these new horizons, the thing that I'm seeing with them is that they are going to feel worn but wiser. It's like you guys had this safety in your home base. You had this feeling of safety. You had this feeling of like community with each other, maybe with the community at large even. There's a feeling of just safety. There's a feeling of comfort. With the eagle here on his back, I do see that you guys could have had a pet together. You could have maybe both dreamed of going on adventures, but it's like now that the time has finally come, they're actually striking out on their own and they're going and doing their own thing. And you're like, well, you know, what about me? Like, I'm still here at home, you know? And so with the Nine of Wands here, I do see that they're going to go on these adventures, but it's going to wear them down a little bit. It's quite interesting because I think that they struggle a little bit on these adventures. I'm not trying to put bad juju out there, whatever. This is just what I see. I'm seeing them struggle a little bit. They could have some mental health issues because of these journeys or travels. I think they really feel like they need to strike out on their own. Nines are a card of independence, but because it's in reverse, I feel like they're regretting their independence, and I feel like they're waiting. They want to return home, right? It's like they let go too soon is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. They let go too soon, and they thought they could handle it on their own, but they really can't. I feel like this person is coming back, or you will meet them again in life. I'm getting strong elements of fate or meeting them serendipitously or something like that, because with the star card in reverse here, I'm getting a strong feeling that the universe is playing a big part in this picture. With the Five of Pentacles, there is a strong indicator, and this is only if you want this person, because I do see with higher power and imagine, this is fully in your control and in your manifestation abilities, right? On one hand, there's a higher power that's guiding you guys in the correct directions to create the most successful life for both of you. And on the other hand, it's all about whether you want this person back in your life with Imagine. Imagine shows me that if you dream about this person a lot and you desire this person, they will come back into your life. Especially if you dream about them in a calm way, or you can conjunct, what am I trying to say? You join these specific imaginations and dreams of this person with a higher power, its chances are they're going to come back. With Five of Pentacles, I think this person comes back worn but wiser, right? I think that they kind of find you, and I think you're worn out too. I think there's a period of recovery where you guys are both journeying forth, but I don't think that you can return back to the home environment, the cozy home environment you had. I think that now it's all about travel. It's all about destination. It's all about going places. And I think with the Five of Pentacles, even though you guys might both actually have lower financial funds at this point in time, like you might not have the resources you need to like establish a secure home or something like that. Or you might not have the resources you need to like settle in one place. I do see with the fact that you're always traveling, and these people, they're worn down, right? And the church window is behind them, indicating that higher power is still present, right? Even if you're struggling, your higher power for you guys is still present. It's still guiding you, and you both feel guided to travel, to move, to explore. I think you guys are journeying. It's like interesting because this Nine of Wands is looking towards this couple journeying. This person from home is looking towards this Nine of Wands. By this time, you guys meet up and you're together and you're traveling together. I see two people in this card, which indicates that both of you are here together. It's interesting because I really feel like you're driven by some kind of hope for the future, or some kind of feeling that there's something better for both of you. So even though you're struggling, you're moving towards something with clarity and a sense of surety, right? I don't think that struggle is a strong word, because I don't think your mindset is a sense of struggle. I think that on the outer situation, you might have feelings of lack, like your family and friends might say, man, I don't understand. You guys should just settle down and get steady work, and like have a solid life together and really put in the effort to make that sense of security for yourselves. And both of you are like, no, we've tried that. We've done the security thing. We've had the home situation. And I think that you specifically, and this person as well, you want to make the relationship work this second go around, and you're really pushing forward to go on more journeys, more adventures, more travels, even if it depletes your resources, because you know that's what you need to keep the love between you alive. With the Star card here, I do see a sense of hope in this connection as it progresses. Also, I know this is random, but I was getting the message for a child, that a child could be coming into the picture in the future. And with the star in reverse here, this could be like an Aquarius child or something like that. But the main thing I'm seeing is a sense of hope, or inward hope, that like creates a strong foundation for your relationship. So yeah, before you guys placed a lot of value on outward security, right? Like, do we have enough money? Is our home situation safe? What do we need security-wise to survive? But I see that when your relationship goes through this transformation, basically you guys separate and come back. But when your relationship goes through this transformation with the Star card here, you have a strong sense of inner hope that maybe is not reflected in your reality. Sometimes the Star upright can represent hope that's reflected in our reality, or that will soon be reflected in our reality. And this is more of an inner hope, like a psychological hope, that even if things are tough on the external, because the internal world is aligned with your partner, you guys will always be set in a way. Like, this higher power is not going to let anything bad happen to you, right? And you guys really do have the power to create your reality with Imagine. It's just that your priorities shift. Instead of wanting success and the white picket fence, you guys want kind of like adventure, and the fact that like your home is where you take it with you, if that makes sense. Like, you guys are kind of in this vibe of like, how do I put it? Like, your home is where the heart is, essentially, and we can go wherever we want. We're always taking each other with us, and because we're together, that's the important thing, right? Because I do see that you guys realize that your partner's sense of adventurous, the fact that they wanted to leave, was not about leaving you. It was about they needed sense of adventure. And I think you guys, it just took a second for you to catch up with them, if that makes sense. Because I do see you guys enjoying this sense of adventure as well. And it's interesting because the longing you feel while they're gone, it makes you want to go on this adventure with them. It's just interesting. I could even see, honestly, like a little bit of a tormented side between you guys, but not between you guys, but with you yourself. Because I do see that you might be debating, like, do I want this security and this nice, cozy, comfy life, or do I want to explore and go out and take risks and go on adventures, right? And I do see that you actually catch up to them eventually, and I think that they come back in, or you reunite with them, or you hit them up again once this period is over. And I think you realize you want them in your life more than you want like your sense of security, right? This could even be, which is an interesting thing in readings, there's an element of choice here as well. If you choose that you want a secure, stable life more than you want to travel with this person, I do see with higher power and Imagine, wherever your imagination is leaning you towards, that's the direction that will probably happen. So for example, if you truly deeply want security and you're not that in love with this person, and I know that sounds hard to hear, you guys, because I know coming to this reading, I feel like you guys are really in love with this person. You really want them in your life. But if you truly want security and that's more important to you than this connection, I do see this connection passing away and leaving you guys. If you really want this relationship, I do see you fighting for this relationship and choosing this relationship. You're in a way at a crossroads, right? And so the Two of Wands twos can talk about choices or crossroads. You're at a crossroads, right? And you're wherever your imagination is leading you towards. You can also ask the universe to show you signs. I do see a higher power is with you at this time. You just have to tap into it. There is a little keyhole in this person's third eye. So I do see that maybe through psychic visions or psychic seeing or something like that, you can figure some of this out, not just watching pick a cards and stuff, but through your own meditations and things like that. The cards are urging you for that as well. Yeah, I really think that your imagination is more in line with your intuition than you guys think. I'm not talking about fearful thoughts, by the way, because I do see that that's not exactly what's being represented here. It's more so what you want to happen and where your imagination is leading to you. What do you dream about, right? Not necessarily what you're scared of. But what do you dream about? What do you truly want? I think that's a question that you guys are going to have to ask yourself at some point before you meet back up with this person, is if you truly want this connection or this relationship. For most of you, the progression, I am seeing you guys meet up. I am seeing that strong sense of inner hope, even if it doesn't reflect in the outer reality. And I do see that strong sense of hope between both of you, connecting you and bonding you in a way that you've never had before. It's interesting. It's almost like you had this like fake life, right? And you had all this security and you had this nice house or you had this home situation. It was all very comfortable, but you guys weren't satisfied. Your relationship wasn't thriving in this environment, right? But just through a little suffering and a little hardships and having that bond together, you're growing and learning that a bond between both of you does not have to mean like, you don't need that kind of, you don't need all the fancy frills and glitter and nice clothes and a nice car and stuff like that, unless you do want that more than this person. So it's just a matter of like, you have to choose kind of your vibration. Like there's a path ahead of you and you have to pick what path you want. Yeah. So this reading is a little bit more, has a more of a choice element to it, for honestly. And I don't think it's a choice that you have to make overnight. Don't stress yourself out and try to make this choice like 2 seconds after watching this reading. Definitely let it sit with you. Like enjoy your time alone without them, or try to. I know it's going to be hard because you're going to miss them. But there's also other things you have in your life. You do have those comforts still. You do have that nice car, that nice couch, or that nice house, or that nice outfit that you're wearing, or those nice dinners out, or something like that. You do have, like, I'm seeing that you guys have that ability to have all those things without this person. It's just a matter of, am I going to push through? Do they mean enough to me? Like, let yourself rest in this position. Let your mind experience the other side of this connection before you, if you still miss this person, by all means your imagination will lead you to them. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. You guys, if you enjoyed that reading, please like or comment below. Thank you again for watching, and I appreciate you viewing this channel. And with that said, we're going to move on to group 3 with the Shangaan and Amethyst, and goodbye. Hey, group 3, or that's 4, 3. You picked the Shangaan Amethyst. This will be your reading. So let's get into it. I'm going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card first to get some messages for you guys. We have Fork in the Road. This card's very apropos for the last reading. We have Change in the Wind. And I want to get a Love Story Oracle card for you guys to see what is going on in your connection. What this one wants to come out. We have Patience. Then we have Page of Wands in reverse. Let's get some other cards. This one. Then we have Page of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Emperor, and we have Temperance. I am seeing that this person, there's a few elements here. Okay, so with Fork in the Road and a Change in the Wind, we have 13, which boils down to 4, and a 12, which boils down to a 3. 4s are numbers of stability, and 3s are a number of change or a birthing a new idea or creativity. I do think that there is a feeling with Fork in the Road here that your person had to make a choice. And I know you guys feel like they made the wrong choice, but they had to make a choice, right? With Patience, I do see that you guys, your patience is wearing thin, and you're kind of thinking like, well, I'm seeing you guys actually with this hourglass giving this person a time limit. Like, all right, well, if you're not back by this time, then I'm out of here, right? It's interesting because I think this person is experiencing, as they're away from you, that they're not as into the connection as you are into it with them, if that makes sense. we see a little bit of a disagreement here. With Page of Swords and Page of Wands, I am saying that with this connection, both of you are a little inexperienced. Not that you guys are like inexperienced in general, like you're too young to experience this connection or anything like that. It's just that within this specific connection, right, both of you are too inexperienced with this other type of person. So for example, this could be a person that came into your life that you have no idea how to deal with, and you're dealing with them. I honestly don't think that this person was in your life for very long, to be honest, but I do think this person, tested your patience, and you've just been waiting. Like you've been waiting for them and waiting for them to make a move when you guys were first dating, and then they finally did make that move, and you were just like, okay, I get it. Like, okay, we're together now. That's great. Now this person is making a choice, or they can't decide something. They had an issue making this choice, and you are pushing them to make this choice. And what happened is they made the choice. It's interesting because we have the Emperor over here, which is this is representing them, the Page of Swords. This is representing you, the Page of Wands, and the Emperor is representing another person, right? I do think that this person fell in love with another person. And the reason why I think that this is a tricky situation and why I don't know if they're coming back is because with the Page of Wands here and the Emperor is like a fully formed, like the Emperor and the Empress are like the epitome of like personality cards, essentially. So the Emperor is kind of like the ideal man, right? Or the ultimate man. And the Empress is kind of like the ultimate woman. Both can be seen as beautiful. The Emperor is kind of seen as more in control and more masculine. And the Empress is more seen as more like creative and more sensual. But I do see that there's a strong sense of some masculine energy coming in for this person that they really, really were drawn to, right? And with Page of Swords here, this person is a little indecisive, or they hold back their thoughts and feelings. They don't share a lot of what's going on inside their mind, right? With Fork in the Road, I think that they were, open with you about their decision to leave. And it may have been that they were even open with you about this other person, right? But even if they weren't open about this other person, there was some other person or some other experience that is represented by the Emperor. This could just being like wanting more control over their life. Maybe you guys were too spontaneous. They want more control over their life. But for most of you, I'm seeing another person coming in, or that is already in the picture. With you guys both turning away, like this Page of Wands looking this way and this Page of Swords looking this way, I see you guys are at like some kind of disagreement, right? I think that you're just trying to assess the situation. Like, is this person worth it for me? Or should I be leaving them? Is this person worth the time, the energy, the effort, or should I be walking away? This person, on the other hand, they're holding back their thoughts and feelings. They're very in their head about these things. They probably are having a lot of nightmares about what's going on in their life. They're probably really at a crossroad. With the Fork in the Road here, I do see that the stability is almost like, in a sense, breaking down. And there's a feeling of like, what path is the most stable path for me? And I think that's why they go for this Emperor, because the Emperor is also a 4 card. They're looking for something really stable. And I feel like they don't feel like you guys are a stable option. I do think you guys are very passionate. You're very adventurous. You're very stylish. I think you're also like, can be in a way, like you can be critical is kind of what I'm seeing. But at the same time, you're just really trying to assess the accurate point of view of every like situation, if that makes sense. You're really trying to assess the possibilities, the potentialities. You're really looking at everything's potential is kind of what I'm seeing. And so with Page of Wands here and patience, I'm seeing you guys are losing patience over this connection. You're like, okay, well, if they don't want me, I'm out. But it's interesting because they're not communicating, right? They're holding back their thoughts and feelings, and you're thinking like, well, I've been patient long enough. And like, I'm ready to leave. And you guys actually set a time limit on this. And so now you're just coming to this pick a card to be like, it's almost like you're ready to leave is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like you're ready to leave and you're just coming to this pick a card to be like, yep, I just want confirmation if I should leave or not. And I think that with this time limit, I think the time limit's a good idea, right? Like, your guys' level of patience and how long you're willing to wait for a connection. So if they don't emerge in this time period, it's like, well, forget them, like on to bigger and better things, right? With them also with the Temperance card here, I do see a little bit of a split because Temperance talks about especially in reverse, it's kind of like upright. It's like your angels or guides trying to move you together or like push you together. With the Temperance card, they're merging glasses, right? She's blending the glass like a bartender blends drinks. In the reverse, I see it's almost like a separation of particles, right? Like the water in the cups is separating. You can think of the Two of Cups as the two people in the Two of Cups walking away. And with a change in the wind, I think that there's a feeling that this person has. Once they realize what they want, they're going to make that commitment to this other person or to this other lifestyle. If it's not a person, if say they're, I know some of you are like, well, they did not cheat on me. Like, I know this, like, this is not another, this is a more orderly, secure, stable lifestyle, right? With the fork in the road and the four up here, they're making a choice for more security and they're looking for an out. They're looking for an out from instability to more security. And so paradoxically, the three talking about the birth of a new idea, that's a birth of a new idea for them of security, right? And with change in the wind here, it's interesting because I do see that yes, their perspective is changing, but I also think that your guys' perspective is changing as well. I think that both of you are realizing this connection was not working. I think it was a little volatile, right? We have air and fire energy, and sometimes those can be compatible, or at least on first appearance compatible. But just the body language of these cards, this guy is, you know, looking off this way and this guy's looking off this way. I do think that there's a feeling of not really being considerate of one another. And because they're both pages and they're both reversed, I think both of you were really childish in this connection in your own ways. And not to call you guys out or anything, because it's really the connection. It's not you being childish. It's the fact that this person brings out your childish side, right? And you bring out their childish side. And so it's just like, it's been really difficult to have like a solid relationship with this person. I think it's going to be a good split. I think you guys are going to be happy about it, which is interesting. I think a lot of you, if you're coming to this connection and you had like a really healthy communication with your partner and you had a really solid relationship, and it didn't feel like this is probably not the right pal for you. This is for people who already know that their connection was a little rocky to begin with. And it's like, you're still thinking like, do I want this person? Like, are they good for me? And with patience here, I see that you've kind of set a time limit. You've set your time limit. You don't know if they're coming back during this time period or not, but you're going to set your time limit. And if they don't come back, you're moving on, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. In some rare situations, this person will come back to you because they saw something in you that brought some sort of security, right? But in the long run, I do see they're looking for something more structured, more secure, and more stable, especially with the Emperor card here. They're looking for more order in their life. They're looking for more consistency. Yeah, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but you're very adventurous and spontaneous, and you kind of fly by the seat of your pants. Like, you're not the type of person that is ready to just like live a super boring life. You know, I think you guys are very adventurous. You're very flashy. There's a vibe here that you're like very passionate as well, is kind of what I'm seeing. You guys may have a lot of fire sign energy in general, and you might want to live a more adventurous, spontaneous, free-flowing life. This person, even though they're represented by air energy, I do feel like they want that stability, right? They want that structure. All right, I'm going to end the reading there. Just so you guys know, I don't think this person is coming back. If they do, it might be a back and forth for a while before they end up finally leaving for something that's more structured and secure. It's almost because of their inner torment that they can't make a decision. Really not their fault, but kind of annoying at the same time. I get it, you guys. Like, you're just waiting and it's a pain in the butt. Like, you have other things to do. You could be meeting other people. You could be dating other people. I get it. You know, so, okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys like this reading, please like or comment below. If you really enjoyed this reading, yeah, I don't know. If you like this reading, just like or comment. And with that said, we're going to move on to the next group with the Hematoid Quartz. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in the next pick a card. Bye. Hey, group 4. This is if you picked the Hematoid Quartz. So I love this like little cool cutting that kind of cuts right there, that triangle cut. This crystal was so cool. I bought it online. Okay, so let's get into your reading. We're going to pull a couple Wisdom of the Oracle cards. Wisdom of the Oracle cards for you guys. To see, we have one that wants to come up. We have Go the Distance. And we have another one that says Mending. Cool. And we're going to get a Love Story Oracle card also for you. There's a lot of pinks and blues in these cards. Okay, let's see. What Love Story Oracle card needs to come out for group 4? This person, will they come back? Chemistry. Cool. And let's pull some tarot cards. We have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. 9 of Pentacles reversed, actually. Okay, so let's get some other cards out here. I feel like drawing the rest. So we have 6 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Swords upright, and 6 of Cups upright. This is someone who's recently left you, or if they haven't recently left you, there's a feeling of, how do I put this? There's a strong vibe here that most of this connection is in the future, is kind of what I'm seeing. So like, for example, this person you've either recently met and they've recently left, or there's a feeling of back and forth with this person that's kind of, could be an issue. But with chemistry here, I see you guys have fire chemistry, and especially sexual chemistry. We have the 8 of Swords here, and she's tied up, right? So that just indicates a little bit of, like, with, tied up, bondage, stuff like that. So basically, like, what I'm seeing here is that there's a feeling of strong compatibility, at least in the bedroom. I also see that maybe because this chemistry card, just like two chemicals that are put together, they have a reaction, right? So maybe the fact that you guys, when you first met, there was a feeling of a reaction, a desire to be together. The chemistry is undeniable, right? You're making a new element, essentially. You're making a new, like, thing between the both of you. And so there could have been a reaction or some kind of chemical reaction when you first met. If this is a more long-term relationship, because we do have to go the distance here, the chemistry is a little combustible, but that doesn't mean it will be that way for long. This chemical reaction will settle into one element, right? Or one component. I don't know what the term is in chemistry, but basically you have the two different atoms, right? And they come together to create the molecule, but when they're creating that molecule, they're having like a reaction. Don't come for me, guys. I'm not a chemist. So yeah, I see that in this period while they're away with the 9 of Pentacles, they are really thinking about like wanting to be with you. Like 9 of Pentacles reverse talks about being independent, financially independent, powerful, but being like, where's my partner? Like there needs to be happy, there needs to be love, there needs to be a relationship, there needs to be family, there needs to be commitment. With 6 of Wands, this person is really well known for what they do. I think this person could be famous, but mainly what I'm seeing is they're really renowned. They have a lot of renown in their job or their career. I think people really respect them. It's either that or they're really popular. They're really popular with the opposite sex or the same sex or something. There's some vibe that like they're very popular among their peers. The interesting thing here is that they would throw it all away to be with you. Like this person definitely like remembers the chemistry they had with you, and they go, yeah, it was a little volatile, but man, they're just so hot. Like they're just so interesting, right? And so with the 9 of Pentacles, they're feeling the vibe of like, man, I really don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. I don't want to be surrounded by all these acquaintances and just have all the money in the world, but then just be alone, I really feel like this person wants a connection with you. I feel like this person wants commitment. I feel like they want a relationship. With Go the Distance, they're definitely thinking, they're definitely thinking about going the distance with you. They really want to travel far with you. I think they want to do the whole big life path, right? They want to go all the way with you. So I do think that their intentions are really pure, right? They're a little self-sacrificial. I mean, if I was them, you don't have to give up all your friends and your status and your money for a partnership. And I don't think they want to. It's just the reverse cards indicate that they're not fulfilling them, right? Like the wealth is not fulfilling them. Their popularity is not fulfilling them. Like they crave companionship, right? With the chemistry here too, it's very much sexual companionship too. It's like there's a very strong, like Martian kind of Mars like energy in this connection. With Eight of Swords and mending, I do see that you guys could heal each other a little bit, and you could heal each other through sexual compatibility. There's something about really getting along with each other and having each other's like sex drives really line up very nicely in order for you guys to heal each other. So what some might deem as kind of like a perverse like sexual topic or something like that. I'm not trying to get too rated R on this reading because you know, I don't want to get demonetized or whatever, but like basically what's going to happen is that your sex life is actually going to heal a lot of inner wounds or inner child wounds or inner wounds that are happening with both of you. With mending here, I think you guys are going to really help heal each other. So when this chemistry starts to settle in and you guys stop having this back and forth connection where they leave, they get back together, they leave, they get back together with you, you know, there's a feeling of, you know, because with chemistry, I get a strong volatile element. I'm not going to lie. There's a strong volatile element in this connection. And a lot of people are probably telling you to leave this person or not to be with this person. And only time will tell, to be honest, whether this connection is healing or not. But you'll know this is the right connection for you because every time they come back or every time they return with mending, there's more healing. Every time you guys get closer and closer and you settle more into a comfortable position with each other. And by comfortable, I mean the chemical reaction between you and them is settling into a nice experience. You know, it's like it may, the chemistry beaker may have like fizzed or foamed over or something like that, but the chemicals are finally settling and calming down is kind of the vibe that I'm getting when every time they come back, right? So you have to think about that this person, this kind of connection has a little bit of an oscillating nature to it. You have to realize even though they left, it still could be a very long-term connection. Just because they left once doesn't mean they're not coming back again, right? I would honestly say if this person, if you just met them and this is the first time they left, chances are they won't come back. If this has been the third or fourth time or like the second or third or fourth time that they've left and they've come back previously, chances are they're going to come back again, right? Because it's one thing, it's one thing to realize. It's interesting. There's a feeling of realization and also reality that's coming into play. And I think that like the realizations are treating the reality differently, if that makes sense. So I think this person, every time they leave, they have these realizations of how much they miss you, right? And which pulls them back towards you, right? That makes them want a connection again. So it might be unfortunate for you guys because you're thinking like, man, can't they just be consistent? But this is their kind of like relationship courting style is kind of what I'm seeing. They have these back and forth situations that kind of, this is how they deal with people, you know, this is how they bond, right? I think that this person needs space to heal, you know. With Eight of Swords, it can talk about being blindfolded and tied up in the situation where I know you guys because of what I said earlier. Okay, but it's about being like not really seeing clearly, but still wanting to pursue it anyway. With Six of Cups, I think the long-term connection for this connection is interesting because I do see that you guys have almost like in the long run, a very childlike and innocent way of relating to each other that grows over time, which is quite interesting. I really see that you guys have a very giving nature with each other that grows over time. And I do see that it stabilizes into a really peaceful, home-esque, like very childlike energy is kind of what I'm seeing. There's a feeling, a strong feeling of like feeling innocent again, or like a kid again, or just being happy that your partner's there. It's like there's a strong feeling of knowing in the love department, right? Six of Cups also, I just had a reader, I watch other readers on YouTube and stuff, and Six of Cups talks about sometimes, other readers say this a lot, that it talks about someone coming back from your past, right? And so I do think that this person will be coming back, even if it is like seems like a long time, this person is coming back, right? The chemistry is just undeniable is kind of what I'm seeing, you know? And I really do feel like you guys have a solid sex life, you know, without trying to like get into it too much. The only thing I want to say is that, you know, actually, I'm not going to go there. Just the sex life is good. I feel like that's one thing that's bringing them back, at least initially, before you discover this period of really intimate, innocent, childlike kind of behavior with each other, where you guys just feel comfortable with each other, really enjoy each other's company. I think this connection is going to have a youthful effect on both of you. I think both of you, because of this connection, are going to look younger as time goes on. Even if you're aging externally, your youth is coming through in this connection. It's like you're always tapping into that inner child or that inner sense of your heart space, right? And it's through this healing that you guys do with each other, right? You know, the song, who's the guy that sings it? I don't know, but there's a song called Sexual Healing. That's kind of coming through with this mending card and this Eight of Swords. Yeah, I'm going to end the reading there. If you guys enjoyed this reading, please like or comment below. Yeah, this was the last reading for today. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next pick a card, and goodbye and sayonara, and see you later.